Breaking John McCain did this is wrong on every level, resign now. Two-time presidential loser John McCain's obsessive jealousy of Trump has been on full display since the day our new president was sworn into office. The 81-year-old traitor should have been put out to pasture long ago, but because term limits for U.S. senators don't exist, the dried-up old schmuck has been spending every waking hour plotting on ways to bring Trump down. Several days ago, the brain-rotting old fart came out with his latest asinine claim against President Trump, saying in an interview with Esquire that he doesn't support Trump as president because he doesn't think the president has a set of principles and beliefs. But just days after McCain decided to throw mud at Trump from his ivory tower, a disturbing skeleton from McCain's past is now starting to emerge, proving who really lacks principles in Washington, D.C. The past several weeks have been ridden with sex scandals surrounding many well-known liberals. We learned that Al Franken and Harvey Weinstein have sexually abused women for decades, and over the past 24 hours, Matt Lauer of The Today Show was fired from the network, as disgusting details surfaced about how he'd routinely turned his office into a sex lair, and had a secret button under his desk installed so he could lock the doors from the inside. Now it appears as though John McCain is the latest creep to join these sexual perverts, at the same time that McCain hypocritically calls for Roy Moore to exit Alabama's U.S. Senate race. When it comes to John McCain's decisions, we've learned from his past antics that he's always out for himself and he has little regard for his own political party, his family, or his constituents. Now it's being revealed how McCain allegedly cheated on his wife of 37 years, after having an improper relationship with lobbyist Vicky Eisman. A female lobbyist had been turning up with him at fundraisers, visiting his offices and accompanying him on a client's corporate jet. Convinced the relationship had become romantic, some of his top advisors intervened to protect the candidate from himself, instructing staff members to block the woman's access, privately warning her away and repeatedly confronting him, several people involved in the campaign said on the condition of anonymity. But this is just the beginning of John McCain's disgusting sexual escapades, as you will soon see. You're probably familiar with McCain's POW story, where in October of 1967, he was shot down and captured by the North Vietnamese and kept as a prisoner of war until 1973. McCain would use his POW story and veteran status to rise to political prominence, where his image as a Vietnam War hero would go on to propel him to be elected as a United States Senator. But the real story is about John McCain's first wife Carol, who toiled and waited for 6 years in torment, not knowing if her husband would ever return home.